okay. Details of resident to be completed by care home. So that's just reading it as it was given to Norman. That was the form. That was the form there. So clearly some issue here with quality governance in Norman being given that form. But some more really serious points, as I've just had a chat with Norman. Let's play the talk now. And I'm delighted to be joined by Professor Norman Fenton, long-term friend and friend of the channel. Norman, thanks for coming back and telling us this story, which is, well, I was always going to say it's funny, but maybe tragic might be a better word for it. But,
I think it is a bit tragic, but there are some things you've got to laugh at as well.
Yeah, quite incredible. Give us a bit of, I mean, we've decided that this is public domain, so whatever you would...
Someone, hold on. Yeah, I see that. Someone is asking about that.
They don't take me seriously. Now they violated their own campus rules. So I kind of put them in that situation.
We're going to ask something? I just wanted to know if that was like the big...
So, what is this? Valuetainment comedy, James O'Keefe. Hot cakes and hot takes. Yes, people are talking about that. So what is Mr. O'Keefe trying to bring awareness about? That's what somebody is asking. Sometimes they ask certain questions for a reason, even if you already know the answer. That could be why they're asking, because they think you know the answer, but you don't want to say it. Happens a lot, those kind of cases. So yeah, what is Mr. O'Keefe trying to bring awareness to? Was he the one the other day we were listening to? The cops had gone in to serve him papers, and everybody in class was talking about the history there and connections. He's kind of like an Alex Jones. Some of these marketers going around profiting from a lot of these things. Feeders and chasers, activist groups, state workers, fundraisers. Right, exactly. So it's just another example. Hopefully people are seeing that and the connections with a lot of these different groups and channels. Marketers, fundraisers, business people, motivational speakers, and where they get a lot of their information and profit from. Right, when you start connecting the dots with everything we've been talking about here in the history, with those trafficking lines and how there's quite a few. I mean, you can take the handful of different ones. You have the Mayan trafficking line, Orion, the drug trafficking, media, healthcare, cartel investigations. There's so many different things. And trying to get people to understand, and they know this, different case studies, places and people more heavily watched, sought after for different reasons. Yeah, it's not always good to be the number one, is it? Law dog. I don't give two fucking shits. Yeah, see, we're already dead. And we're at peace. We come and go in peace. And all we're doing is trying to bring clarity and awareness as to what's happening here with the abuse to these children and how it's connected to these activist networks and groups. Yeah, I think people have realized that, these Epstein Island situations, this is just like Epstein Island, if not worse, because this is where some of the worst abuse is taking place. It's not just a side shop where they do auditions. Yeah, Epstein Island, those places, that's like a palace kind of thing, you know? Where this is more like the dungeon. Right, and sometimes the dungeon can look like a palace, and the palace can look like a dungeon. Right, so when you have, if you understand those businesses, usually the kids on the show, on the stage, a lot of the workers, those people aren't being abused. It's usually retards and losers and druggies and runaways, people with warrants, special needs children who can't talk and tell you the abuse they're going through. Right, so to try to get people to understand that and to kind of stop the bullshit, everyone is getting focused on different things, which is normal, right? Because everybody has their own focus. Someone's a carpenter, someone's a musician. Right, can you see too, we're talking about very specific cases, and we have 3 different classes, and that class can't hear what this class is saying. And that class can't hear what that class is saying. I can hear what all 3 classes are saying. Sometimes we do 5. Yeah, it could just be like anything else. Think of like different groups. Say you go on your little Facebook page and you go into your art and crafts group. Are you going to go into the car group? You know, they have specific groups where if you just want to talk about cars or the stars. They have astrology groups, gothic. There's so many different ones. It's endless. And it's specifically set up that way for a lot of the people who don't go on those things. Unless it's just to kind of not look too suspicious or inconspicuous. Right, you got to have some people that go out and mingle with the monsters, right? Yeah, I mean, this is not new, you guys. And the fact that so many people are ignoring it and just kind of jumping on board and peddling a lot of side gigs and getting the kids running around doing spray painting and drug deals and 7-Eleven stings and getting the Karens and the non-vaxxers and the bullies. This has been scary to us for well over a decade. Yeah, 2013, we were horrified. Right, and just going back and when you look at what happened then, and that was after the private investigator shot himself and all that scary stuff went on. Good friend of the family drove himself into a Mack truck. Yeah, I mean, that's not all. There's more. We were dealing with the Lyme disease stuff, the bioweapons, that fucking psycho landlord, Fred Wheeler, who had a case open with the DOJ, but he works for who? I mean, there's a lot of dangerous cartel people around here. Yeah, it's a joke and they fucking know it. And they're like, you take this serious, and then they show all the connections and the drug dealing that really happened. It's like, yeah. Oh, and then it turns out, well, the racist. Okay. I know, that's what we try to get. I don't care how fucking racist anybody is. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, I don't care how racist or mean or rude. I don't care if we're serial killers. The point for you to realize is it doesn't justify you turning your heads to or allowing these punks to fuck our kids. That's what they depend on. And that's why they pick retards or people that no one will believe or has a history. You get that, right? A lot of times the me isn't aware. It's so retarded it doesn't even know what's going on. Or it's so caught up in its fucking nasty world, popping pills and drinking wine and having Tupperware parties, that it doesn't fucking realize what's going on. Do you understand that? Right, and if the me does start to wake up, they try to kill it, and that's exactly what they fucking did. And we told him in 2012 they weren't going to get away with this, and his buddies, Fever and Captain, scattered. One went to Colorado, one went up north. His buddy Squid has been arrested on drug charges since then. Probably been in and out a few times, huh? Right, so when you start to put all this together, it's amazing we haven't died of fear factors, you know? I think, just having a strong tolerance to it and growing up in the environment with which we grew up in. Lots of jump scares and fun, surprises. Yeah, that would have been 91 to 94. Yeah, out there in Whitefield. Yeah. Yeah, see, so many that come in. We get new ones every day that are familiar with what's going on here, and all they just say they're sorry. Many don't even want to say anything. You can tell by the look on their face or the emojis. Yeah, not everybody does video. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be too assumptive, of course, or put too much weight on anything. I'm just giving a lightweight opinion. Whimsical. It's very whimsical, really. Yeah, but every day we get new ones. There are solid ones that have been with us for years. Some come back and go. Some, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not. Right. Yeah. I know. Well, people get reassigned. They go on vacation. They just have to get away. It's a horrible, horrible awareness to be in, and to have to be around people that are so fucking oblivious to reality is scary. It drives people insane. And you try to explain that to them, and they frickin' laugh about it like you're crazy, or they think it's funny, or they do it more. A lot of them know the fucking mind fucking games they're playing. There's drug traffickers and psychos that have been protecting their crimes and sick shit for years and fucking with people, taking advantage of the ghost and alien believers. You know that's exactly what they've been doing, and we tried calling them out, and when we did, they tried to kill us. Well, how did they try to kill us? Well, I mean, to give specifics, I think we've gone over this a few times. I'll name you one of the times, okay? So, yeah, around the time we told them they weren't going to get away with this, and usually we wouldn't have done that, being as scared as we were and everything going on, knowing, and the investigators and doctors that we were aware of who had disappeared or died, or were kind of saying, not too much, just their eyes kind of said it all. Jesus Christ. Yeah, wow. Yeah, they beat up their kid in the tub, and it was pretty bad. Left black hand marks on him, scars on his neck. Little toddler. Not a fucking joke. And when I'm told to mind my business, oh, it was making me sick. It's horrible. Sweet little boy. Got water in his ears, and he whined a little bit. He said he's not going to have a sissy boy. I couldn't fucking believe it. Yeah, and the police officer came on Easter and showed me the pictures. And it's not all in my head. It's strange. They try to tell me it's all in my head. That's fucking scary. Yeah, when those same people say it's all in my head, they're also the same ones that said it was just a whack and the little brat probably deserved it. But it doesn't exist. Insane. Absolutely insane. Just like the concerns I had as a 10-year-old did not exist. And it was a ghost that pushed me down the stairs and fractured my shoulder. Yeah, it's all in my head, dude. All in my fucking head. Wow. Yeah, I think you should wake the fuck up. You sick fucking motherfucking bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so when you start to put that all together. Yeah, so when we told him he wasn't going to get away with it. That, and there was other things going on. The connections, the history, if you want to go back to 9/11 and the different connections there. Now, we've given you the names and the numbers. Many have already made the connections. Yeah, and see how we're not looking to target anybody, but they do? And the more people stay silent, the more that puts the innocent people in danger who are nonviolent. So we'd really appreciate it if you'd fucking wake the fuck up. Yeah, so what had happened was, after I told them they weren't going to get away with this, and I had mentioned the name David Wilcock. Why did I do that? Yeah, he got really mad and threw my phone. Charged at me like a bull one time. It's fucking psycho. Him and his sick fucking mother. They're really horrible people. And it horrifies me knowing my children are with him. So yeah, right around that time, the mother had to take him to court and she got full custody. Yeah, thank goodness she had good people around her that weren't fucking psychotic, trafficking drugs, ghost believing motherfucking pieces of shit telling her it's all in her head. Yeah, and then all of a sudden the dog's leg blew up. Blood went everywhere. I lost use of my arm. I had to go to the doctors. It's all documented. They hooked me to a computer. They said my nerve was barely shooting a 1 and I may never get used to that arm again. Yeah, were they just testing things out? They didn't realize I was that sensitive. I don't know how people have been managing to fall for that fucking shit and excuses for this many years. Because, yeah, that does happen, right? Okay. Wow. You people are fucking insane. And you need to grow the fuck up and wake up. My name is Mary. Sick abuser's name is Michael Scott Garand. He was born 6/22/1984, and him and his sick mother Shirley, who have custody of my youngest 2 children, are sick motherfucking abusive people, and it horrifies me. Not just them, but some of the other people connected to these things. And when you understand the child and animal torture and pornography and how they feed it to these activist groups who would never believe those children are being abused and they're special and they talk to them with their minds. You sick, motherfucking nasty fucking people. Proper authorities need to get these people away from my children and wake the fuck up and start telling people what the fuck has been happening and how the fuck they get away with it. And nobody wants to do that because they all got a fucking piece in it, don't they? Some way or another, you sick fucks. Grow the fuck up already and get real. Holy shit. Just doing our part. Your part might be a little more loving and gentle. So sorry. Yeah, well, for us, that is loving and gentle. It's the wrath of God, and it's beautiful, and it's aware, and it's strong, and it's nonviolent, and it believes in law and justice and order. And you can kiss my fucking ass if you don't like the way I'm translating what the fuck is happening that people don't want to acknowledge. That's what's fucking scary. We're surrounded by fucking psychos and a fucking psychosis. Anything else? Oh, good. Chip, chip, cheerio. You know, I think we're going to make a second tea. We just had 1 tea. I think we're going to have another green tea. I triple bagged it, so I'm like, woo! I love it. I think I'm going to put some agave in this one. I'm such a devil.